Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 4. We are learning unit 2. Its title is A Promise is a Promise. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear children, we'll continue reading and comprehension of the text. And before this, in English for grade 3, we have already practiced scanning the text while reading, and we'll extend the practice and we'll apply while reading strategies to interact with the text, to predict what follows in the text using context and prior knowledge. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Ali Imran, verse 76, whoever fulfills his promise made with Allah and has piety, that means taqwa, verily then Allah loves the pious, the honors of taqwa. Allahu Akbar. Peter, this beautiful verse is a very strong message. And what is that? Like, one who fulfills the promises, starting from the one which we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and so on. Whatever promise we make with people, if we fulfills, what happens? Allah loves them. So this is a great achievement. That's why, beta, we should, whatever promise we make, we should fulfill it, because we want Allah to love us, inshallah. So this is also the message which we are learning from this unit. So let's start it first. Yesterday, I gave you homework. I told you, you have to write what do you predict about the story. Did you do that? Okay, so first, all of you, teacher kindly take the feedback from the student. Let's see who predicted what about this story. So pause the video. Whatever answer you have written in your notebook, you will read it aloud in the class. So pause the video and predict the story first. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? So all of you have different prediction. Let's see what the story is actually. Okay. So yesterday I stopped reading over here. From the same point, I'm going to start reading. You'll listen carefully, because after me, you have to read it. Okay. So where we stopped, like Asad was asking his elder brother Naveed that he would take him to skate park. Now, what did Naveed replied? Naveed, so you promised him, and him means who? Asad's promise with Hadi. You will work on it, their science project, today, but then you got a better offer and cancelled working with him? Asad, I'm still doing the project with him, just not today. Naveed nodded. What does nodded mean? To nod your head. Okay, all right. So Naveed got a point from there. Now, Naveed, I will get my car keys. Wait here. Asad could not stand still as he waited. When Naveed walked back into the room, he was on phone, like Naveed was talking on phone. Naveed, greet. I will be right there. Naveed hung up the phone and turned his face to Asad. Now, what is going on? Like Naveed entered and he was talking to someone on phone and he said, okay, all right, I'll be there. Now, Asad is looking at Naveed and you are never going to believe this, but Farhan got ticket to a cricket match for tonight. Asad's face fell. Now, Naveed told Asad, like my friend Farhan brought the tickets for cricket match and I'm going there. Now, Asad, what about our plan? Asad, you are going to the cricket match? What about the skate park? Naveed, we'll go tomorrow. You do not mind, right? Asad, you promised to take me skating today. Asad replied with sad face, Naveed, like you promised Hadi, you would work on your project today. Asad sighed. Asad, oh, Farhan does not have tickets, does he? Naveed, no, I just thought you should see how Hadi is feeling. You understand? So when Naveed told Asad, like, I'm not going to fulfill my promise, I'm going somewhere else, then Asad realized how Hadi is feeling, the same I did with him. So Naveed planned it to just give a lesson to Asad, like when we don't fulfill our promise, how does other person feel? Okay. Now you tell me, how did Asad react when Naveed decided to go to watch a cricket match? So how did he feel? So pause the video and answer this question to your teacher. Yes, he felt sad. Why? Because he thought their plan to go to skate park is cancelled. So Asad looked out the window. Hadi was still sitting by the mailbox. Asad, I will go get him and work on the project. Naveed, good for you. Asad asked him if he wants to go to the skate park after you are finished. So Naveed offered to both of them to go to skate park, and he said, first you finish your project, then I'll take to both of you to skate park. So is Naveed going to cricket match? What we learned? Pause the video, answer this question to your teacher. Yes, he is not going. Good. So Asad, really, you would take us? Naveed, of course, I promised. Asad nodded. Now Asad learned how to keep a promise. Do you understand? So Naveed basically, beta, because he's elder brother, he did not break his promise. He just wanted to give a lesson to Asad, and Asad realized it. Do you understand? So it tells us how important our promises are. As I told you in introduction lesson, that whatever a Muslim says, basically it's his promise. If you say, I'll work hard and I'll learn at home, it's your promise with your teacher and you should fulfill it, right? So that's it about this story. Now it's your turn. You'll pause the video and you'll read the text. And teacher, I suggest, because it's a dialogue, you should take 3 characters, assign them Asad, Naveed, and Hadi, and make them to have a role play to read this text with expressions. So pause the video and enjoy reading the text. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So it's our activity time, and what the activity is: divide class in 3 groups, start showing images to each group, and ask them to predict this story. Let's see whose prediction is correct. Okay, so here is an activity. We are done with our text. This is the first image. I'm going to explain it to you. Teacher will divide class into 3 groups. Group 1 will predict the next, 2 will predict the next, and 3 will predict the next. So this is a story. A man is sleeping under a tree. There are monkeys on the tree, and by the side of man there is a basket in which caps are there. So group 1, you tell me what's going to happen next. Pause the video, predict this story. Yes, my dear children, could you predict it correctly? Like, because the man was sleeping and the monkeys took all the caps from his basket. Now it's turn for group 2. It's your turn. Now you predict the story. What's going to happen next? Pause the video, predict the story. Yes, my dear children, group 2, did you predict this story like this? Man thought a plan. Whatever he was doing, the monkeys were doing the same. So he thought a plan, right? Now it's group 3, it's your turn. You look at the picture, predict this story. What was the plan of the man? Yes, my dear children, group 3, you predicted correctly. He planned to throw his cap and monkeys, again, they followed him and all of them, they threw their cap. He picked the caps up and he ran from the scene. So my dear children, this is how beta from one point to another we predict and we guess the story, and this is the step how we can make a story. All right, so that's it about the prediction of the, you see, all 4 steps are there which we predicted. Now it's time. Congratulations to all of you. We completed a story with our own ideas, and here is the comprehension. Now all of you settle down. The text we just read, you will answer the questions from the text, and then you will write these questions in your notebook, and likewise you will complete these MCQs in your book. So pause the video, complete these 2 exercises and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So it's time for your homework. You will write in your notebook all the adjectives you find in the story Promises a Promise. So we just read the story. You are going to find out the adjectives from the text and you will write in your notebook. And I'm giving you a worksheet. My dear fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear children, what you are going to do, you will take a book from your library and you will complete this worksheet about that book. Okay, there are different prediction exercises. You will take a book from library and you will complete this worksheet. So what we have learned today, we learned to predict the text by looking at the pictures and titles, and we answered some questions to interact with text to make simple inferences using context of the text and prior knowledge. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to apply while leading strategies to interact with the text to predict what follows in the text using context and prior knowledge. Are we done with it? Yes, and we thoroughly enjoyed through interesting activities. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing. Take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.